careful. Look at that, that'll never fly in this, mate. G'day, welcome back to the channel. Here I am down by the river. I walk down here, used to walk down here, and I could walk more than 100 metres without my leg going to sleep and stopping working, but I'm down here now. My scooter. This is the first off-road test of the old scooter, and I've got to say, it's worked really well. It's rough and bumpy and muddy in places. It's got some steep inclines, but the scooter's handled it with ease. Brilliant. I can actually get around. I'm so pleased to have that device, and I thank the guy that made that possible. Very, very thankful. Anyway, what's this video about? Well, you know that I'm planning to re-edit and some of the old footage and add some new footage to create a show called the Airfield on YouTube, because YouTube promised us, they said, this is going to be big. This is going to turn YouTube into Netflix. This is going to enable you to make more money from your videos, because people will sit down in front of YouTube in their living room TV and they'll find your show and they'll just binge watch all the episodes and it's money in the bank. And I believe them. More fool me. Because now I've made a show page for the Airfield, and I put 3 videos in there, which are the 3 trailers. And I thought, hey, this is great. I'll go and search for my show, my new show, my exciting new show. So I did a search and it didn't come up. It didn't come up. What the hell? And then I noticed when you search, there is no option to filter by shows. You can do playlists and podcasts and long form and shorts, but nothing for shows. There is no search category for shows. Oh, what the hell? You are promoting this as the next big thing on YouTube and you can't even search for shows. Why? How are people going to find the shows? And even if I do search, you know, shows don't seem to be included. So, oh man, it's quite disappointing. So I'm making a decision right now. I've got to decide I'm going to go ahead with this show because it's a hell of a lot of work. I mean, the 3 videos I've put up to date have taken 40 hours because I had to go through all that footage and pull out the good bits and edit it up and add a bit of VFX and, you know, make sure to put a bit of music in places. So it's taken me 40 hours to make 3 videos that have so far earned me $23, I think. $23 for an entire working week worth of work. I think the 2 of them have earned $9 and one's earned $4. That's because I got 4,000 views and 3,000 views or something. It's next to no views. I didn't expect to get a lot of views. I was hoping I'd get more than that, but obviously I'm not going to. So economically speaking, if it's going to take me a week to make an episode by re-editing and doing all the hard work to make it a polished episode of a series, I'm going to be, flipping burgers again, aren't I? And I'm not complaining because, hey, it's better than nothing, but I have to find a better way to turn my effort into money through YouTube. So what I plan to do initially is I'm going to take several episodes, just bung them up on the show thing as a season. They'll be completely as they are already. I'm not even going to re-upload them. They're already there. I'll just include them in the show playlist. There'll be episodes that you can go and watch there. And I'm going to see whether I get any views. Because if I don't get any views on those videos, because YouTube isn't promoting shows, then I'll be wasting my time to invest a week per episode to make new episodes out of old material and material you haven't seen. There'd just be no value to me in that. I could be doing other things to earn more money, making, like the last video I put up is 10,000 views in a day. And that's the kind of thing that, is much better than the trailer. The first trailer's been up for what? Over a week now, I think, and it's got 4,000 views. So YouTube is demanding that you make videos that people want to watch. And sometimes that involves stuff like clickbait, because people accuse me of clickbait in that video where I said YouTube's going to demonetize everyone, but it's not clickbait. It's the bloody truth. It's a reality of the situation. And so I have to think smart. I have to think smart ahead and make sure that I'm using my time to the best effect. And wasting it making a show that YouTube is never going to show anybody would not be the best use of my time. So I need to come up with other ideas for content as well. You tell me what you want. I've had a few ideas. I've had ideas that would kill the channel, absolutely kill the channel. And that is, I've got a 3D printer. I could do a video about 3D printing. I've noticed other channels, especially model channels, if they include a 3D printer video, all the subscribers run away. They never come back because 3D printing is like, I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember the 1970s and fondue parties. 3D printers are like the slides that you'd go to someone's place for a meal, they'd invite you around for an evening and you'd have a meal and you'd put the bread and the hot cheese and all that sort of stuff. And then they would get out the slides from their holiday. Oh, it was just a nightmare. It was so boring because they're having a great time. Look at what we did, look. And you're sitting there going, oh my God, this is so boring. That's what 3D printer fanatics are like. They buy a 3D printer. They print 500 benchies in every possible type and color of filament. and then they print a whole lot of fidgets, and then they want you to come and have a look at how good it is and how clever it is. And to be honest, it's boring as bat poo. It really is. I've got a 3D printer. I am not a 3D printer enthusiast. I use my 3D printer to make things that save me money. My wife's clothes rack fell over, blew over in the wind, and the brittle plastic fitments shattered. So I 3D printed up some new ones. Saved myself $40. Didn't have to buy a new frame just because the plastic was broken. And I've done many, many other prints which are there simply repairing stuff. So maybe people want to see. Lots of people review 3D printers. I haven't seen many videos showing what you can actually do practically with a 3D printer to save yourself money or to, improve your life. Maybe I could do a video on that. You'll probably say no because you're bored with, you don't want to see my slides from my holidays, do you? No. And the other thing, of course, is I've got this scooter here. Maybe someone will be interested to find out what I found out. 73-year-old man rides scooter. What was the inevitable outcome of that? Yes, I've fallen off. But fortunately, I wasn't even moving at the time. Didn't hurt myself. But there's a lot of things about scooters that they don't tell you. And it's not obvious until you get one. Some things are good, some things are bad. It cost me, I think it's 4.45 cents per kilometre. 0.45. It's the cheapest form of transport I think you can get, and it's an electric vehicle. But I mean, again, I'm not a scooter enthusiast. It's a tool. It gets me around. I'd rather drive, but I can't because of the effect it has on my nerve. So this is a tool, and maybe other people are interested. I met a guy in the park yesterday who had a four-wheeled mobility scooter, and he said, "Oh, I'd love one of those." I said, "Why don't you get one?" And he showed me he's only got one leg. That's why he's got a mobility scooter. But I mean, there are many things associated with this, but this is all boring to many people. I don't want to bore the snot out of you. I want you to come back and find the content interesting and exciting. And as far as the hobby goes, it's a bit of a difficult time, isn't it? Because I see, Drone Camps just did a video, I'm giving up, with people giving up on FPV and all that sort of stuff. So many people saying, oh, the hobby is in decline. It is in decline. It's in decline. That's one of the reasons I wanted to make this series, The Airfield. Because we have got a lot of people have come into the hobby, especially with the boom in 2010, 2015, we had the cheap ARS from China, and we had mini quads, indestructible things you could fly. You could crash it into a tree and you didn't have to fix it because they were made of carbon fibre and they're super tough, and a whole new FPV, all that sort of stuff, really stoked the hobby. Lots of people came and got really excited, and the numbers grew, and it was fantastic. And then we had regulations and restrictions, and now we've got covered lists and tariffs and all sorts of things which are really adversely affecting the hobby, not to mention the public perception that we're all flying weapons of war. I mean, it's made the hobby really, really hard to enjoy for a lot of people, which is why I wanted to use the Airfield as a way of introducing a whole new audience, whole new group of people to the hobby, people who might not otherwise have even considered flying model aircraft or drones or whatever, or FPV, but by bringing them into the humour and the fun and the camaraderie that we see in those videos, they get exposed as a side effect. They get exposed to the hobby. I think that's one way we can bring people in. Nobody has ever tried to use entertainment as a way of bringing people into the hobby, and I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that, but to do it, I've got to make sure I'm going to earn enough money to cover my costs, or all that'll happen is suddenly the videos will stop because I've turned off my power and my internet's gone. And we don't want that. So yeah, it's a tricky month or two ahead. I'm not sure where to navigate. I'm sure that once the good weather kicks in, I'll be able to do a lot more flying. I'll be down in the council chambers, flying around the building and all that sort of stuff, things that I really need to do. But in the meantime, flying is not that much, and also I'm hoping my leg will get a bit better, but flying won't come for another couple of months at least. It's still winter in the southern hemisphere. And the spring is really, really windy around here. We have the roaring 40s because we live in a part of the world where we get very strong westerlies in the spring. So it's going to be 2 to 3 months before I can get any serious flying in. But this is the ideal time to launch the series, the Airfield. So yeah, I'm all sort of confused and don't know where to go. So I bow to your superior perception and tell me, give me some direction, people. I need direction. Yes, I do. So I will look at the comments, go through every one of them, give you all a little heart to show I've read your comment and I like you. And tell me what to do. I'm your loyal servant. And we'll see where we go from here. Anyway, thank you for watching. No mid-rolls, no sponsors, just me. No AI either. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. That'll never fly in this, mate.
He says, you watch.
It's just going to end up down the dirt bikes, yeah. He's going to try it on bloody...
You got no shit, you have to hand launch it, Luke.
Zoomed out because it's going to... This speed down went so damn quickly. Where is it? Oh, here it is. throttle. Where is it now? He's going to walk for that. Full throttle. Oh, yeah, she's doing bloody well, isn't he? Oh my goodness. Listen to that motor going. Full power. Am I safe here?